renewal of mind and reconfiguration of our thoughts that we are able to position ourselves to receive all the blessings that God has set aside for us. For it is not us who are waiting for the blessing, but rather the blessing that is waiting for us to be in the right frame of mind to receive it.
I hear a clarion call. It's time to rise and shine. Time to get what's mine. Yeah.
Dai family, and a happy New Year to all our melanated family across the globe who celebrate the New Year on the wrong date. For us, actually, here on the motherland, here in the so-called Southern Hemisphere, we're deep in our summer. Our New Year's happened around September 11th. That was the new year for us. Then we had our spring, and now literally it's so hot, it's like our summer. But because our group consciousness as a melanated people, the majority of the people believe this is our new year, then it takes on that energy of newness and a new season and a new time. It's not even the new year for Babylon. The new year for Babylon would actually be around March, but they've done all these occultic rituals. So there's a reason why they've chosen the 1st of January, and it's always to throw the time off family. But those are stories for other days. I just wanted to give you my best wishes, for the new year. May you move more and more deeper into the new earth, and may you draw more and more further away from Babylon, from the whore of Babylon, from ancient Babylon, the great liar, the great deceiver who is getting ready to fall at this time. And I've been getting several questions from you guys about what do I see coming in 2023, or would I do a predictions or a prophecy thing for 2023? And family, I mean, the divide now is going to become more apparent between the New World Order and the New Earth. And, they're both competing for our consciousness. We can actually see that Babylon and the New World Order have really failed to capture the people, but they still have several things at their disposal, and they're still trying to get more things under their disposal. Right now, the one thing they've decided is that they want to get the global food system under their total control. They already control the water, and what is put in the water, it's all the same fluoride everywhere, family. But they know I want to control what people eat as well. And they're on this transhumanism agenda. So by hook or by freaking crook, they want to get some kind of nanotechnology into your body. They want you to become part machine. That is their whole goal. And their whole goal is to stop the great visitation of our ancestors. There's also a great galactic alignment. I don't know if it's happening this year in 2023 or whether it will be happening in 2024. But for me, what I know is that when I came to the coast side of Kenya, I was told by some good and dear friends of mine about a galactic alignment that would happen and that would include Kenya. And then I connected that to what they've told us about Kenya being a door for revival, a door for the new energy, et cetera, et cetera. And for me, in my experience across 2022, is that the visitation that people were waiting from our galactic ancestors, our cosmic family, happened for me in 2022. Because what I felt in 2022 is time stopped being so rigid, because it stopped being in the control of Babylon. And it kind of started to, fall apart. And a lot of us who had reached a certain mastery actually found ourselves jumping timelines where we'd be in the same kind of storyline or narrative, but the timeline would look different. It would feel different. People would look slightly different. The clouds would look different. Nature would look different. And it was like, we felt like we were in a different timeline. There were also times where, let me know if this has been your experience, where literally you'd be entering certain, like there's times, family, where I've been going to Mount Zion, and before I get to Mount Zion, there's rainbows that come that literally cover the whole sky where I am. And I literally feel like I'm going through a portal. And I literally felt, family, like I had a visitation. My life has never been the same again since I went to Mount Zion for prayers around last, Halloween. My life has never been the same again, family. Excuse my scarf. Just I guess that's confirmation. It's never been the same. So the visitations that you're waiting for, time is now loose, family. But you have to also loosen yourself. You have to really become more spiritual than you are physical. Like your spiritual way of life needs to totally consume you and be the main thing that you think about, that you talk about, that that you spend your spare time on. Everything is about your spirituality. Everything is about activating your powers, whether it's of healing, whether it's of singing, whether it's whatever it is. Everything is focused on that. Every moment you'll have is focused on your spiritual journey, because that is the only way, family, that the ancestors and the ancient ones and your spiritual team will recognize that you are ready, and they will start to reveal the new earth to you, which is so subtle. So subtle. And that's what Babylon has done. Babylon is going to continue to try and distract you. They're going to continue to try and do spell magic on you through their Hollyweird, their Hollywoods, and their news. Their news has lost so much power over the peoples. So they are no longer in control of the global narrative. There's too many other alternative voices out there. But they try. Even their movies now, they're not able to gather that energy because people aren't really going to the movie theaters like that. So people are kind of tapping into that at the different times. So they're not able to energy harvest the way they used to. But they've been planning for 2023. Of course, they've been talking about how 2023 would be a year of chaos, how they're going to try and bring in all kinds of different things. I know they had tried to bring in another lockdown. It's obviously not going to work. They had wanted to make it about COVID. I don't know if you remember Biden saying that we'll need climate change lockdowns. So that's going to be the reality of the New World Order. And family, you don't want to be in that, because that is just going to continue to create chaos, to fall apart. But this new earth is also going to continue to be anchored and become more real in our lives and actually manifest even more physically. And this is where you want to be, family. Because literally, the earth is splitting. And it's splitting on a spiritual and conscious level. At the level of the group consciousness, at the level where the worlds and the experiences are manifested. So the old world with the New World Order is going this way. And they want you to think the same. They want you to be the same. They want you to act like nothing is happening. They want you to be on that Titanic, dancing and playing and being merry as the Titanic freaking sinks. And they want to shut down your world. And you see, nature is rejecting them. So nature is not going with this world. So literally, this world is not even going to have trees one day. It's not even going to have oceans. It's not even going to have lakes. It's going to be barren because the spirit of nature has left it. And said, okay, we're getting rid of you. And we're going to form a new world with all the information that we've got. And as we enter this golden age, this 1,000 years of golden manifestation, and this is where nature is, and nature is inviting all of us to be a part of this. And so I think it's very important that in 2023, family, you continue to do the things I've been asking you to do since 2018. Move out of the cities, get your own food, get indigenous seeds from your grandmothers, from your villages, and store them up. Start growing your own food, even if it's just a small food kitchen. I mean, a kitchen garden or whatever. If you don't have any space, there's so many different ways that you can grow them in these plastic bottles and everything. At least have a bit of food that you grow on your own. But the most important thing is get those indigenous seeds. They're going to come in so handy with what they're trying to do, especially here in Kenya, with what Billy is trying to do, family. Try and get your own piece of land. Try and be in nature as much as possible. Transition as much as possible out of the Babylon system. The Great Spirit, the ancient ones, the ancestors, they may use you to go and heal and teach and preach, but they will not require you to live in Babylon. They want you to be comfortable, to be secure, to be having fun, to be in a joyful frame of mind so that you can, because that's the only way you can really connect to them, to the higher realms of reality, is through joy, is through balance, is through peace. They don't know imbalance. They don't get the whole negative vibe. So I think the most important thing that you can be doing in 2023 is finding your peace and removing whatever makes your life chaotic. Just remove layer by layer. And don't think too far of, oh, I need to leave the city, I should do this, I should do that. No, just start with the layers of removing what creates chaos in your life, removing what creates instability, removing what puts you out of balance, removing what causes you anxiety, and find your place of peace. That is the most empowering thing you can do for yourself. And that is the most powerful state of being that you can be in order to navigate these times and make sure that you're in the right side of this new dispensation, that you're in the new earth and not the new world order, family. Continuously disconnect from the Babylon system. Because everything Babylon is doing right now is they don't want us to connect to the higher beings. They don't want us to connect to our cosmic families. And that's why they thought it was happening in 2023 or 2024. All these beings will start manifesting. They're already here. To those who can be trusted, they're already manifesting. Just like there's a lot of synthetic beings right now and clones that are running Babylon. I'm telling you, I was looking at Putin when he was standing next to George Bush, and then Putin today. Even the eyes and the vibe, it looks like two different men. So nothing is as it seems, family. And there is a book that I will be launching. I don't know by the time you see this whether it's launched or not, but it is coming out in the new year. And it's all about the Bantu awakening. That's the direction that we are moving in now, because we need to awaken and anchor ourselves. And so I've written this guidebook called The Bantu Awakening. The first book, it's a book of 7 series, 7 rituals, and 7 meditations. The first book, the first guide, meditation, and ritual is all about reconnecting to the ancestors, reconnecting to the Most High, etc., etc. Because that's where our attention needs to be, family. And, we can take the scriptures like when they say that you only require the faith of a mustard seed. The ancient ones and the Most High don't need you to be, they just need you to take a small step. That's why I'm saying start removing those layers and make peace your New Year resolution, that you are going to find your peace. Because it's only from a place of peace and a place of calmness that you will be able to draw in and shift your life into a totally new reality. Family, this at the beginning of 2022, I was not where I am today. There's been such an incredible transformation in my life. I started 2022 extremely afraid, running from a dark wizard, running to the beach, but actually I was right on time. And now I start 2023 with my shrine by the foothills of Mount Zion almost complete. My first book complete. Awakened, connected to the ancestors, and having had my own personal and intimate visitation that has forever changed my life. So your life can change in a twinkle of an eye, family. You can literally jump timelines where you just enter a new narrative for yourself, for your family, for your destiny. So as I said last year, dial down your life. Dial down the chatter and the noise and tune into nature so that you don't miss the greatest visitation of our time, the greatest encounter of our time, the greatest movie of our time, the greatest experience. There are cosmic beings, millions, and I could almost say billions, who are just watching us, family, excuse me. It's like the greatest show in town, this galactic transformation. Never in this universe have a people chosen to awaken while they're still awake. Usually we'd have closed this book out and started a new book of life, but we are the first to transition from one book of life to another book of life. So there is a lot of interest. So don't miss it. Others are here to watch. You're in it. You're in it, family. So don't miss it for the trivialness of Babylon. Whether it means releasing people from your life, whether it means releasing places from your life, releasing habits. Make it a daily prayer that you don't miss the greatest transition of Mama Earth and that you're on the right side of our story. Tuko pamoja.
I hear a clarion call. It's time to rise and shine. Time to get what's mine, yeah. And I want it all, beyond the riches of the world, to the promises of God for my life.